Good morning, Oracles. How's it going today? Well, Elon tweeted that we are going back to the moon soon. Does that mean for the stock? Does that mean for humanity? There was no context with it, just a picture of a rocket and a moon. But when you take a step back and look at it, realistically, what does soon mean to you? And if soon means tomorrow, then, we may not be going to the moon tomorrow with a stock. But if you're looking, 10 years down the road, 10 years could be soon. And we will definitely be going there. Heck, I think over the next year we will be going back to the moon with the stock. So, whether this was Elon giving us a little insight into earnings or whether it was him talking about SpaceX, either way, we are headed in that direction. And now Elon has been having a lot more tweets recently. There was kind of a little bit of a lull for a week or so where there wasn't the flourish of tweets from Elon, but lately there's been quite a few. And some that kind of sparked my interest about, going back to the moon soon came from a lot of tweets over the last couple of days about population from Elon. And now you may think, well, what does population have to do with Tesla? Well, we're going to get into that. Before we go there, let's take a step back and say, all right, what has Elon been passionate about? Because clearly he is extremely passionate about population growth and lack thereof. So previously, when he started Tesla up, he was passionate about green energy and renewable energy for the world to continue our civilization on the planet. Well, look what he has done so far between Tesla and the energy side of their business. So if you think about that and how successful they have been there with his passions for getting renewable energy out there, how do you think the company is going to fare when it comes to his passion for humanity changing civilization, and going forward? And, he's looking, obviously, things he says are millions of years down the road with the sun expanding and we need to be a multiplanetary species. But even before then, if we don't have the population to get to that point, what does it matter? So now I take a step back and say, all right, well, he's now passionate about this. How could this potentially help all of us in the future? So I think about, some of the reasons why the population growth is slowing. And some of the reasons, at least here in the US, are because it's fiscally irresponsible to have children. Here it's expensive to have kids. You're working so many hours. It's not like it used to be 50 years ago where dad could go to work and mom could stay at home, or vice versa. And, one income was enough to supply the family with what they needed to live on. We don't have that anymore. So both people are working. And if both people are working, now somebody needs to watch the kids. If you don't have a relative or a friend who can watch the kid, you now have to pay for daycare or a babysitter. That, in many cases, is more expensive than just staying at home and not having that second job. So then people are like, well, that's not what we want either. So then they just don't have children. Well, how do we solve this? Well, we could have universal basic income. Elon has alluded to this with the Teslabot. You have a Teslabot because, your GDP is derived from labor. If you have a labor force that is full of Teslabots, then you don't need to have, humans working. If humans are not working, then we need to have a universal basic income. If we have a universal basic income, now we have the finances that we need to grow our population down to the bottom. And that's really what it comes down to. So putting these pieces together with Elon's passion for helping humanity grow and become an interplanetary species and survive for millions of years, this is what's going to need to happen. And Elon is going to take us there. And if you thought the revenues coming in from renewable energy were huge, wait till you see what the revenues look like coming in for humanity population growth. So this is just a step at where we're going. He has been tweeting a lot about Optimus, the Teslabot. We are expecting at the end of the year to have a prototype coming out. There's a lot of movement going on in this space, kind of beneath the surface, because everybody's focusing on EV and then energy. So I think this is something that I am definitely paying attention to, because when we go forward, when it comes down to, what is the total addressable market, your TAM, labor is the largest one you could possibly find out there. Automotive markets are huge. Energy is even bigger. But labor? Labor is an entire population worth globally. So that's going to be massive. And for me personally, I'm at an age where I'm in between, and I am one of those people who I'm like, I don't want any more children because financially it's not something I can support right now. And so I'm not doing that. But what I can do for the future is see what Tesla is doing, invest in Tesla, get this money coming in so that in the future I can then supply my son, my only child, with enough financial freedom so that he can choose to have 3, 4, 5 children if he wants to be able to continue growing the population. That is me doing my piece. And maybe in a few years, maybe I'll get to a point where I will be financially able to have another child. Maybe I will. I don't know if at that age close to 50 I will want to do that. Either way, I can at least set a foundation for my son to be able to expand the population himself because he doesn't have these financial restrictions. And investing in Tesla stock is one of the best ways I can do that. That's the best place I can put my money. It's a company that is on a mission that I believe in, and it will help me financially to be able to help the company and the world and humanity itself. And Elon did have another tweet that says, believe in the future. And again, no context behind it, but you can interpret it any way you want. And the way I look at it is we are going in that direction. Tesla, regardless of the daily ups and downs with the stock price, that's just manipulation. What is the company's focus? What is the company's mission? Where are we going? Are you investing in a daily stock price? Or are you investing in a company that is looking to change humanity and civilization altogether? That's what I'm investing in. That's the future I'm investing in. And that's why I'm looking forward to myself as to what can I do to help, improve this as well. And, I'll go back to the video I made last night about my focus looking more for long-term stocks and the future of things. And Tesla is going to be my longest term stock. I don't see me getting out of that anytime within the next 10 years. And with the Teslabot coming along, it may be something I never get out of. So the way I look at it is I'm believing in the future. And the future isn't tomorrow. The future isn't even Q4 earnings. The future is 10 years down the road. The future is getting to a point where civilization now has a birth rate that is higher than it is currently, and we're actually growing the population long term. The future is renewable energy on the planet so that we can save this planet and not have it go extinct before the sun expands. The future is us becoming an interplanetary species. That's the future that we see in this company. That's this future that we see coming from Elon, SpaceX, Starlink, Boring Company. All the things that he is doing are in this place to be able to get all of humanity and civilization to a better place. That's what we're investing in. So, yes, the daily stock fluctuations can get beat up on your emotions. Just step back and ask yourself, what are you investing in? If you're investing in the company for the mission that it has and the long-term possibilities of the company, then cool. Let the daily stuff fluctuate as much as it wants. That is other people who have other ulterior motives manipulating the market to whatever they want it to be. Long-term, we are going to the future. Believe in the future. And as far as I'm concerned, we will be going back to the moon soon, whether it's next week, next month, or the end of the year, or 10 years from now. Either way, we are heading to the moon with the stock price, with this mission for the company, and that's where we're going. And hopefully SpaceX will take us there soon, and maybe we can visit there as well. That would be pretty cool. So again, for those of you who I know it's been pretty beat up and a lot of red, just remind yourself why you are investing in this company and what the company's mission is, and the fact that you're holding it long term, and these are just short-term hiccups, and we're going to be perfectly fine. You're going to look back at this a year or two from now and be like, man, I wish I bought more. Let me know in the comments below, how much of a role do you think the Teslabots are going to play in the future of humanity and civilization and the labor market? Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate all of your support and feedback. If you have not subscribed, please do so down below. Sign yourself up for notifications. I am over on Twitter at OracleTim1. There I will share all the latest Tesla information, pertinent stock news, and all of the daily trades that I make. Otherwise, I will see you guys later. Have a great one.